Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, um, yesterday I got some very, very sad news. It's from an ongoing story that actually ended 5 months ago. And I found out about this story from someone who I consider my friend about almost a year ago. It was somewhere around December the 5th that a fellow colleague of mine, a beautiful black woman, successful, intelligent, spiritual person named Dr. Teleka Patrick disappeared December the 5th. I found out about that from another colleague and also someone who I consider my friend. She told me about the story. And I looked into the story, and at the time, I think it was either 2014, early this year, I was looking into the story and the details of the story, and I hoped that she was alive, and I only found out yesterday by accident that she died on April 2014. And I just tried to gather as much information as I could on the story. I was devastated for a while. I had to shut down for the entire day. My body was hurting me. I already had a bout of depression the day before for something else. And this just shut me down further. You know, sometimes you look back and see if you had something to contribute to certain things, if the videos you were posting online, if somebody else was watching your videos and getting the wrong idea about what you were really saying, you know, sometimes certain things really worry me, you know, or I worry how responsible I was for somebody else's demise, you know, if I had anything to do with it, you know. But in addition to that, that story, you know, as I listened to the story or I gathered superficial information on it, I could identify with certain aspects of the story. I could identify with certain things that, again, for me and for other people, it just screamed out at me. It just screamed out not only at me, but I believe at a lot of other people. And I just want to highlight the beauty of this person and what you were actually seeing. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't at all anyway creepy. It was, to me, it was something that was the best that the person could give. That was really a private thing that became public, which is what it is. So I wrote this song. I think all of us in this world want to be loved. And yes, it's beautiful to be loved by God. It's wonderful, trust me. But it's another thing to be loved by in a format with a human being like yourself. Look at it this way. If you have accomplished a lot of things in your life and you have no one to really share it with, no one who you think would understand, someone who you relied on every step of the way, someone who became your hero, someone who you built up an affection for and gratitude to, and someone who seemed to become available to you. I'm only taking things on the surface. And you went for that. You searched for, you looked for that love. You saw the values in the person and you went after them with all your heart and all your might. You gave it 100%. You wouldn't give up. For some people that's stalking. For some people that's crossing the border. But you gotta understand that in searching for love, we all would do something like that. You don't know how far you'd go searching for love from another human being. People go to the nth degree, man. And if you just think about your family, let's just think about family for a minute. Just think about what you would do and sacrifice for your father or your mother or your brother or your sister or your wife or your children. People go to the nth degree. Now, I'm not saying that all the time it's love that's coming out of me or you. Sometimes it's a crush or just a serious crush, infatuation, something that's blown up in our minds. But my point is this, that all of us are fragile. If you take from us the thing that matters most to us, especially if it's approval or affection or affirmation, we can break up. We're all fragile. We all break. We all have been broken. We all have been rejected at some point in time. We all have been neglected at some point in time. Abandoned at some point in time. It's not a beautiful experience, and each individual looks for ways to deal with that, to cope with it, to overcome it. I cried when I heard this story. It's very difficult for me to process at this time. I'm already suffering with some depression from other things that happen in my life. I should be happy. I'm in the Caribbean. It's beautiful weather. It's a beautiful place. There's so much opportunity. And yet, here I am shutting down. Sometimes I can't function. I can't do things the way I would love to do them. This song that's going to come up, I'm taking time to talk through this video first before I give you the song. The song that's going to come up is dedicated to this beautiful, wonderful woman, Teleka Patrick. Some of you don't know who she is. Some of you will listen to this and think whatever you want to think. But I knew her. I knew her for a brief moment in time. I talked with her. We had discussions while working. And I can tell you this, that as a person, she only wished well for people. So, if somebody goes for it, they go for love. They go all out. They give it everything they have, and they come up short. At least they gave it their all. So that's what I think about that story. And it's brave to do that. Most people are very brave to do that. So anybody out there who is devastated or hurt, the world is broken up into pieces. Some of us, we go into a fantasy world, can't accept the loss, the hurt. How many times have you done that? How many times have you played out a situation in your head instead of actually playing it out in reality? We all have been down that road. And as to people saying, some people have disorders. We all have disorders. We're all human beings. You could pump us full of drugs, numbing our feelings, destroy our sensitivity, and make us zombies that respond how you want us to respond. But we're all different. We all feel. We all react differently. No human being is predictable. Sometimes drugs don't do it. So, we all have made mistakes. I gotta end this video and introduce a song. The song that I'm going to play for you is called Broken Men. Came to me just a couple minutes ago. Kept on playing in my head. Basically it's saying, the more I try to fix a situation, is the more it breaks. And the more it breaks, is the more I try to mend it. You can take it in a negative way, or you can take it in a positive way. However you see it. I want to dedicate this song to Teleka Patrick and all those people out there searching for love, searching for somebody to walk with in life. I want to dedicate this song to them.